Hey everyone, you're here with Mark Batwell of PerfectGardens.com. So we here at this channel talk a lot about just landscaping, gardening, just everything around just basic, healthy, legal plants. And today I'm over here hanging out with my father, and he is cloning Mexican sage and planting it all over a garden. So I want to go ahead and introduce you to my father. You've seen him on a couple other videos. And this is his landscape, or if you were a painter, you would call it your canvas. This is my father's canvas. He comes out and he has been working on his landscape. Okay. This is my beautiful sage right here. Mm-hmm. That Grandpa picked that. Mm-hmm.
But why?
Why? Because he didn't want that sage.
But the problem is mine.
It is yours. So let's go ahead and introduce you to my father. We don't look the most professional today, but this is what it looks like at times.
You ready? Good morning. I'm Mark Batwell Sr., going on 72 years of age. I have approximately 65 plus years experience in agriculture, all the way from growing it, harvesting it, marketing it, all of it. And I worked in it for, like I say, for many, many years, both as a laborer and in management. I have a master's degree in agriculture. I don't tell you that to brag. I just want you to know I probably know what I'm talking about. And I'm here to give you the best information I can to grow what you want to grow as easy as you can do it, and as cheap as you can possibly do it. In the coming days, I'm going to teach you about tomatoes. I'll show you a system of raising tomatoes that you probably have never ever seen before. And it is a beautiful way to raise them, and it's so easy to do. You'll probably never ever raise them any other way again. Practically disease-free because of the system. I was amazed the other day. My wife came home and she had one tomato plant, and it was like $16. And I said, what? She paid $16 for one tomato plant. And it was pretty, it was a nice plant. But she wanted to know if she should get more, and I said no. And I showed her how off that one plant we have probably already made 20 other tomato plants. So I'll teach you those kinds of things that can cut your costs down. I also tend to grow in every way possible organically. I'll teach you about earthworms and how to use them within your systems. I will teach you about ancient ways of fertility in your soil. The Amazonians used it in the rainforest. It's called biochar. It's still the richest farmland in the world. It's very highly prized, and it survived hundreds of years without any cultivation, and that's a remarkable thing. But my tapes are going to be about 3 minutes because I don't want to bore you, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things. Today my son asked me to come out and make a video, and I happen to be in the garden gardening. This plant here is a Mexican sage. I love plants, but there's certain things I don't like about plants. I don't like plants with stickers. I don't like plants that three things I don't like about them. It'll come back to me. But one of the things is stickers. Oh, and the ease of cultivation and the ease of taking care of the plant at the end of harvest. This plant is so easy to do it. Into the season, you can just snap it down with your hands, lay the stuff on the ground. It'll rot out over winter, turn into compost. The blooms are going to come back right away. Also, I like to plant bird-friendly plants. This is an extremely bird-friendly plant. If you like hummingbirds, plant this in your garden and you will have hundreds and hundreds of hummingbirds within your garden. It shades out the weeds, and the neighbors are going to say, how did you do that? And you're going to say, oh, it wasn't too much work, and it's not going to be too much work. But let me show you how you spread this one. You want to come over here? I just undercut the plant a little bit. I don't need to take the whole plant out. I just lift it up a little bit with a shovel. I pull it out. And then I'm going to, each one's got a root. See that? I don't want all these leaves on there because we lost a lot of roots when I pulled it out. So we're going to cut it out right about there just leave a couple of roots and put it immediately in water. Now, well, you go to the nursery and buy these, they're $5 to $15 a piece, or you can make hundreds of dollars worth of them in short order. Same way on this one here. Good root system. I'm trimming up just a little bit, goes right in the water. I'm only going to make a few to show it to you. Once again, cut off most of that top because the plant doesn't have enough roots to support that foliage on top. This is a really nice healthy clump here. So I'm going to plant it as a clump, and that's how it's going to come up with many shoots on this one here. So let's run over here, because I said I was going to only take it 3 or 4 minutes and show you where it's going to. Now, oh, by the way, this hole is going to have a cherry tree in it. I'm going to show you how to make your own cherry trees for free. And this is a cherry tree that I made for free. We have quite a few of them in the yard. And everybody loves cherries. And they're quite expensive. Now I pre-irrigated out here, and I pre-weeded everything out here, because I want to put this in to choke out the weeds. And in here, if you notice down here, you're going to see little clumps of grass here, here, and here, and here. This is a very expensive grass. This grass here, that little clump of grass, you pay $30 or so for that clump of grass at a nursery. This whole yard here is going to be in this and the Mexican sage. Problem with this grass, it grows very slow. It's going to take 2 to 3 years to fill. The weeds can be a booger. These are going to shade everything out. Korean grass will keep growing. The weeds won't be a problem, and we'll have flowers and grass over the coming years. Now to plant it, quite simple. Oh, by the way, this is my granddaughter Sage. Sage helps me plant. Sage helps me plant, and she's going to be showing you a video and teaching you about earthworms. She really likes earthworms, so that's coming up real soon. All right, let me show you over here. Since it's already been pre-irrigated, and try to do this in the morning so it's not so hot, or do it late in the afternoon, but you definitely want your soil wet. Put your clump in there. Forget about it. They're going to grow. They can be 3 or 4 feet apart because they'll fill in real nice. Now behind here, I don't believe in going to the landfill to drop garden waste, because in nature composts, and it doesn't have to be unsightly. This is my compost pile here. Now I'll add fertilizer to that, and these plants, in a matter of a couple of weeks, will totally hide that out. 1 year from now, there'll be nothing there except for humus from that compost pile. And now I'll rake it back out here, and I'll use it for the flowers out here.
Just like the canvas, right? When you are painting a painting, you have all your paint on that board where the painter holds, and they mix it together, and then they come up with their different selection of colors. Same situation with all this compost, right? It's mixing, it becomes a humus layer, and my father's taking it over and he's bringing it back onto his canvas that he's creating.
And right, when you're gardening, I spent probably close to a week out here preparing the land. It's my joy in life anyway, but getting all the weeds out, getting everything ready to do the planting. And like an artist, you start with a bare canvas, and then you, as the grower, are the artist. So you can paint with flowers or different plants or stones, many different architectural accents can go into a garden, and we cover some of those too. Well, that's about it for today. We'll get back to you in short order. So hit the subscribe button. If you like it, I'll keep doing it. If you don't like it, tell me, and I'll quit doing it. Thank you.
Have a great grow, everyone.